What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive weekly update video. So this week in the global version of X Dive, we have iCO coming to join the cast finally. So first up, all servers of X Dive's global version are celebrating the 2-week celebration event, Toll the Christmas Bell from Afar, with limited characters, Christmas Seal and Christmas Rico as a gotcha feature characters. If that's not enough for you, the development team will also drop another Dive Fest gotcha capsule on all servers next week, featuring none other than iCO. The capsule comes packed with a single free temple. What's more, the Mega Man series celebrating its 35th anniversary on December 17th. The global version team has something special in store to celebrate this milestone. Look forward to it tomorrow. Uh, this this article is quite lacking in terms of thing happening for it in terms of iCO, at least. Usually they have like the characters stats, abilities and everything, but close holiday season. This was supposed to on the 16th, so the 17th, the gift has already been sent out. It was, I think it was 370 Super Mega Man memories. The number might be wrong. That I might have to double check in my game, but we did get a lot of Super Mega Man memories, which is good. I had my Super Mega Man at like 1 or 2 star. That gave me enough to not only 5-star him, but give him all of his fixed DNA, and then I can go into his his random DNA after that, which is quite nice. I thought that was okay. It's something I definitely wasn't expecting at all for that, so that was pretty cool. And for iCO in particular, like I said, she's a Dive character coming in next week. All servers will get her, so NA, Latam, and E will have access to her. And she was actually the first character in the Taiwan version to release with DNA. Because when the DNA system came out, iCO was a character that came out alongside that. So she will have DNA on her release, or at least she should, like I said, right? Because she was the first character where DNA released on. Although she came in the Taiwan version just after the Street Fighter event. So obviously a lot of things are different since then, since we've already had Street Fighter event. We already had other characters with DNA and things like that. But there isn't really any information about what's going to happen on the Taiwan server this week. We're a part of a 2-week event there. I don't know if something's going to come up later today, because at the time I'm recording this at 6:30 in the morning, and I want to go back to bed because I did a celebration subathon, and I streamed for 27.5 hours the other day, and I still require more sleep. So real quick, let's jump into iCO's kit real quick. And all right, and here we are taking a look at iCO for the preview here. And I actually really like iCO. Unfortunately, she's coming out really soon. I say unfortunately because that means my EMs are in a little bit of danger on the global side, but I have her at 5-star on my Taiwan account, so that's okay here. Real quick look at the splash screen for iCO, and I like that. Now, iCO is fairly similar to Rico in some regards, but there are quite a bit of differences between them. First up, her data reconstruction skill. Spend energy to deploy an info window into the field. Info window will access random boss skills from the deep log and release the skill. Info windows will leave after the move attacks them to form for 12 seconds. The skills summon. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go look for the critical information regarding the damage it does for the different skills it summons. So for the outcomes that it can produce, because they are random, which kind of sucks. But first up, we have the Shooting Claw from base GS. Has 4 hits. It can deal 176 attack damage per hit. So we have the Purple Cube from one of the Sigmas. Shoots out 3 cubes at about 100% attack damage each. It's like 99.96, but round it up to 100. And then we have the Snare, which is a 10-second stun. 10 seconds. Wow. It stuns all targets in range for 2 seconds every 5 seconds. Right? So like it lasts 10 seconds, but the stun is 2 seconds every 5 seconds. So there is that. And I just wanted to make sure I got that information attached to this as well. You can also summon through these up to 4. You can summon up to 4, but there's 3 charges of it. However, depending on how long you wait in between your clones, you can have 4 active at once on the screen. If I'm not mistaken, it might be 3, but I'm pretty sure I've had 4 on the screen at once. But For the modifier chips, we have the focus reconstruction from base GS, increase the damage rate of shooting claw by 15%. Focus reconstruction final sigma W, increase the damage of the purple cube multiplier by 15%. And finally, we have focus reconstruction while immobility caused by the snare cannot be removed and ignores burning of shield, which is quite nice there. And for her other passive skill, or other active skill, we have the Analyzer Wall. Deploy a force field that moves with eco that will inflict 181% attack damage to all targets within range and absorb data energy from them. And this is quite nice because it differs greatly from Rico's shield, as Rico sets up a an enormous shield, but her shield cannot move with her. So wherever you place it down is kind of where that shield is for a little bit. However, with eco, if she's in pursuit of an enemy and close enough to them, they will get hurt by this. And there's something else that happens later with it. But for now, precise analysis, increase the energy data absorbed by 60%. Power increase, increase the damage rate by 5%. And then we have data network. When activating the skill, receive 20 points of data energy directly. Oh, I forgot to mention that eco also has like the data meter, like Rico has. Which I don't think oh no, okay, yeah, it says it here, it's about energy data, but I didn't actually mention it or anything, that she also has the data meter, because she is she's like a little an admin kind of thing, like Rico is. All right, so first for our passive skills, data admin extend the duration of data reconstruction by 30%, which is quite nice for that skill there. A whip strategy for the unknown. When below 50% data energy, increase damage dealt by 20%. So when your data energy is below 50%, you deal a 20% increased damage, which is always good there. The downside is that you have to be below 50% data energy, but not much you can do about that, except stay below 50%. As the way well prepared, start with full data energy when entering a stage. That's nice. So you just have full energy when entering a stage, because you have to spend your data energy to open your windows. So, that's good right there. Except we have Data Cube. When deploying the Analyzer Wall, it will launch energy shots at the target, automatically deal damage and cause a stackable slow. The attack will stop after attacking 15 times or after 8 seconds. This skill is a summon, and this is what I was talking about that comes up with the Data Wall, right? Because it moves with you, and with this passive, it allows you to shoot out little energy shots at the target and inflicts that stackable slow. So that's very, very nice as well, because while it's moving with you while you're in pursuit of the enemy, or I guess even running away from the enemy, you can still be putting up a little bit of offensive pressure towards them with that. And then we have program error. Reduce the data energy need for data reconstruction by 25%. When hidden energy with a data cube, gain a shield that mitigates 66% attack damage, and data cube is this right here. So then you get access to a shield with eco, which is quite nice, because that means it'll be a little bit harder for the shield to be removed from things like grudge axe or singularity slasher, or things you have to get kind of close for, right? Characters that can do it from a range like Zero Nightmare or Criminal File Strike Zero will still be able to do that from range, but it makes it a little bit more dangerous to get rid of them from close up, because you risk taking potentially significant damage. So let's take a quick look at Eco's DNA, as she will drop with this. If she doesn't, I don't know. She should, because she was the first person that had DNA, or the first batch of DNA when it was released. So first up, improvisation. Activate strategy for the unknown data is below 60% data instead. So that means when you're below 60% data now, increase damage dealt by 20%, which is always nice to have. Except do not disturb. When you use the skill, you will gain invulnerability status after it is triggered. It can only be triggered more after a 4-second cooldown. I don't like the wording of this. I'm assuming this means when you use a skill, because when it says the skill, that makes me think it's supposed to be a specific skill. But I feel like if it was actually a specific skill, it would just say the skill's name. So as long as you're using a skill, you have iframes. So that's nice. And then finally, we have data processing. Data cube can press through landscape and barriers. When you have when you have the shield from program error, increased damage by 30%. So this one's a bit more offensively based for her. So this allows the shots to fire through let's barriers, which is great. And when you have the shield active from program error, which is the last passive for when you use data reconstruction. I'm sorry, when you hit something with a data cube. Well, you still have to use data reconstruction in order to no, that's the analyzer wall. I'm sorry. Yeah. Increase damage by 30%. So while you have your shield up, you deal additional damage, which is great to do as well. So let's take a look at her unique DNA. I'll put it down here. And it is reduced attack response. When you're in reduced attack status, reduced damage you take by 12%. And I don't really like this one. It's too niche to actually be relevant. So I typically don't like the response type of unique DNAs. Other than that, she has homeopathy adaptability, adversity adaptability, long range adaptability. There's a bunch of adaptabilities in here. Fodder killer too, but we don't really care about fodder killer. Out of control resistance, continuous damage resistance. Out of control resistance could be okay. I actually like that one a lot more than I like continuous damage resistance. Defense reduction resistance, shield special attack isn't that great either. So special attack is okay on her. Slow and immobilize are good on her because she can inherently inflict these. So those are pretty good to have access to. But yeah, I don't really like her unique DNA all that much or at all. And iCO actually has her own card as well. However, we probably won't get it in global for quite some time. All right, so over here in the token shop, taking a look at iCO's card. We won't have this in global for a little while, but taking a look at it anyway, just to show you guys what it looks like and what it does. So if we have ability 1, reduce the preparation time for analyze walls reduced by 20%, which is always great to have. That's going to be a really good on her to reduce the prep time for her analyze wall. And then short range adaptability, reduce damage taken when attacked by short range, which is kind of where iCO is skill wise anyway. For the most part, her skills are fairly short range. That doesn't really matter though if you're going to use things like Cannon God or the sides will. But yeah, that's it for iCO. And that's actually really it for this week's update because we don't have anything else to go on for in terms of what's going to happen in the Taiwan version. Something should happen, like rerun a banner or something. I don't know what, but at the time of recording this, that's all we got. So let me know how you guys feel down below about what's happening. Well, it's really just iCO releasing this week in the global version. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Later.